What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I have an extremely good video for you guys regarding skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty. Of course, I know a lot of people out there are going to be more focused on things like, skill-based hit detection and all that stuff. Honestly, I don't know how much I really do believe that. Again, I'm all for the tinfoil hat conspiracy theories. I'm all for that stuff, and I wouldn't push it past Activision whatsoever. But for something like that, I need just a little bit more proof. But what I'm about to show you guys is literally the main reason why Call of Duty is in the horrible spot that it's in, and one of the main reasons why nobody in the community wants to even continue to play any of these games. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, just very quickly before we go ahead and hop into the topic of today's video, if you guys do enjoy what you hear today, and want to hear some more content revolving around Call of Duty or X-Defined, don't forget, go ahead, subscribe, hit that bell. We post daily here, and we are on the grind of 45,000 subscribers, obviously, before Modern Warfare 3 drops, and every last bit of your support means the world to me. And last but not least, we will be live streaming today over on Kick, so if you guys want some different vibes, by all means, you can find the link to that channel down in the description of this video. That stream goes live around 12:30 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and also in the description of this video, I have links to my Twitter and Discord as well. All right, so as you can see right here over on Twitter, ExoGhost went ahead and put out a tweet saying, Activision finally explained how skill-based matchmaking works in Call of Duty. This is from an official Activision patent. As you can see right here, I'll flash it up on the screen here, so anybody that's a little bit more curious can go look up this patent themselves. It is official. It is real. Now, of course, I've heard from a lot of people that this patent is specifically for Skylanders, but I'll be honest with you, the more that I read into this, I would not be shocked if this is indeed the patent that is right in Call of Duty, if not more ridiculously just crazy. But as you can see right here in the description of this patent, it says, in another example, if a player has been performing poorly, getting killed at a rate higher than the player's historical rate, the scoring engine may dynamically adjust one or more coefficients to match the player in a game that will improve the player's performance. For example, the player may be matched with easier opponents, matched with teammates that historically resulted in better match outcomes, and or placed in a game that is more tailored to the player's preferences. Players that play in games more closely aligned with their preferences tend to perform better. To fine-tune the matchmaking process, the system may include an analytics and feedback engine that analyzes player and match data to determine whether a given match was good. A match may be deemed good when a player is determined to have enjoyed gameplay associated with the match based on one or more quality factors that are used as a proxy for player satisfaction. The quality factors may include, for example, a duration of gameplay session via analysis of players' historical data. And I don't know how the sentence ends here because obviously it's cut off from the rest of the description. But again, you guys can go on the patent site. You could see for yourself. I gave you all the information that you need. But I honestly believe that this small section right here showcases enough to really, put into perspective on why this matchmaking is horrible. It's too dang complex. There are too many variables that are floating around here to try to give us the perfect system. And in reality, I can understand that, we want the perfect system, but do we really trust computers, AI, to be able to handle that, to be able to handle the preferences and make sure that every single game that we get is going to be lined up to make sure that the player experience comes first? Because when I think of the player experience coming first, I think of connection. But it seems that looking through all of this stuff, they prioritize everything in the universe, before connection is even considered. They will prioritize who your enemies are going to be, who your teammates are going to be, what your psychological state is in. They will do everything in the world to filter you into a match in Call of Duty before just simply saying, okay, that's the region that he's in. Okay, we'll just throw him in with the rest of the people there, and then we'll, worry about stuff like... No, that is the last of their concerns. Their main concern is to make sure that everybody is getting filtered around, quote-unquote correctly, when in all reality, again, like I said, it's too many variables. There's too many things going on right now that it's nearly impossible for a system to be able to evenly, distribute players out into the playing field and make it fun for everybody. This isn't how you do it. This is not the way. And to further prove the point that this is too much for the computer to handle to, make it good for everybody, do you guys ever experience playing solo? And I guess I should be hyper-focusing towards, an average player, a 1 KD player and above. Do you ever notice, if you're playing solo, how much you have to actually carry? How frequently they give you teammates that are not supposed to be in your bracket, and they give you equal enemies that are supposed to be in your bracket. So you're versing all of you while you are carrying a bunch of individuals. Well, like I said in the patent right there, that if a player performs badly, It has two options. It will try to find enemies that will match up to a lower bracket. But if they're already bad enough, it's going to be hard to find enemies to match them up to a lower bracket. So the next best thing is they try to find the best player to carry these individuals. So for an average player, you are just a statistic to Activision. You are a carry system. And I'm not just, you don't have to be a beast to be put into this algorithm. Like I said, you could be a 1 KD player. It doesn't matter what KD you got. You could be average, you could be a little below average, you could be a little above average, you could be a GOAT. At the end of the day, if you are in that category, you are just a carry statistic. You are a player, an individual. If you're playing solo, if you're playing with a party, they can't do this to you. But if you're playing solo, which a lot of people do enjoy playing solo, you are only there to carry. Unless there's no, bad players online that are, playing at the moment. But if there's a bunch of people online who are getting absolutely whooped and there's no other competition that they could throw their way to make it any easier, you best believe they're going to be all on your team. And I notice it all the time, hence the reason why I'm always playing with a squad. Every gameplay that you see, it's always open lobbies. Again, if you guys don't want to play solo, like I said, every single time I go live on my stream, we have open lobbies. We always keep it available for everybody, no matter what your skill level. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just trying to save everybody from the death known as matchmaking. But if you're playing solo, 9 times out of 10, that's the situation you're put in. And once again, further proves that this is just too much for it to handle. It's so many variables floating around here that it really can't make sure that everybody is happy all at once. The only way to make sure everybody's happy all at once is to hyper-focus the connection. Yes, you'll get some sweats. Yes, you'll get some, casual lobbies. Yes, sometimes the noobs will get stomped to death. And yes, sometimes the noobs will get fantastic games as well. But at the end of the day, the only way to make sure each and every player is happy, not just the players who are getting smashed, but each and every player playing the game, the only way to do that is to make sure connection comes first and everything else comes afterwards. One of my homies, Country, actually just went ahead and got a net Duma, and he is claiming it's the best thing he's ever done. Because once again, what does matchmaking do? It prioritizes your skill over connection. Now, my homie Country, he's always in the same region. He never has to worry about anything lower than like a 40 ping. It's outstanding. It's amazing for him. I'm honestly thinking about getting a net Duma as well. Like, honestly, screw the point of getting casual lobbies. I don't care. I say it time and time and time again. I don't mind competition. At the end of the day, I really don't. I'll sweat if I have to sweat. But the problem is I don't want to sweat, A, in a lobby where I have to carry a bunch of people who aren't supposed to be in that bracket, and B, in a lobby where the connection is trash. Nobody wants to be in a sweaty match where the connection is trash. That's just a nightmare. But that's every single occurrence. But having a net Duma has saved him. And it's crazy that you have to actually go out of your way to buy something, spend, a costly amount. I guess it's not too expensive, but still, you gotta cough up money to simply get good matches in the Call of Duty game because I was about to say the developers, but it's not the developers, it's the publishers, because the publishers won't give us a system that prioritizes our connection. We have to do it for ourselves. We have to fend for ourselves when they would just let us fend for our own back in the day, You guys remember when we used to migrate the host every 5 seconds? Oh, God, that was awful. But again, if someone wasn't allowed to be host, if someone had a crappy, connection, so be it, get them out. And then someone else had to either be host. And if nobody else could, pick up the connection, everybody got booted. Honestly, I'll take that over the horrible skill-based matchmaking we have current date on their quote-unquote, designated servers that aren't even that fantastic because we're too busy being thrown in to servers that are across the country, across the globe even. It's a joke, honestly. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, go down in the comment section and leave your opinions down below. What do you guys think about this patent? Do you think it's the real deal? Do you think it's, whatever? Again, it is real. This is actual facts here. You can look it up yourself. But do you think it's currently being implemented in Call of Duty? Again, I'm a little skeptical when it comes to other things like, skill-based hit detection, hit reg, skill-based damage, stuff like that. I'm a little skeptical. I always feel like, it's either that or it's really rough connection. It's always so hard to tell. And again, I need a little bit more proof to really, pin that one down. But when it comes to just the matchmaking itself, prioritizing all these other factors before just simply prioritizing your connection and making sure that, you have to carry if you play solo or if you're an individual that's, pretty decent at the game, you are going to be carrying nonstop if you don't have a squad. All these different things, I think it really showcases a lot. And I would love to know your guys' opinions down below. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell. We're going to be posting here daily X-Defiant Call of Duty. You best believe every single day. We're going to be trying to, come up with a little something here because, clearly Modern Warfare 3 is dying down a bit because clearly the beta is down. But the campaign will be coming out soon and the game is going to be dropping. There'll be a lot of stuff to discuss. So if you guys are interested in anything related to Call of Duty or, like I said, X-Defiant, subscribe, hit that bell. And don't forget, check out my streams. I got a link to that along with my Twitter and Discord down in the description of this video. I stream over on Kick around 12:30 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch me over on there. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.